Alright team, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be giving you some tips about Queenstown, whether you're interested or not. If you're new to this channel, make sure you don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button and join the Team CNC, and we'll get into the video.
I won't judge you for what you do tonight. I won't judge you for what you do tonight.
Alright guys, our first tip is compliance with wearing masks. Right now it is compulsory, you know, due to the COVID situation, and if you haven't bought a mask, they do supply. Well, we went with Jester did supply with us, so I'm guessing this is from New Zealand to New Zealand, but I don't know how it goes if you're coming from somewhere overseas. So if you forgot your mask, airport should supply with your mask, don't worry about it.
So this tip is about transport in Queenstown. So Uber is not popular in Queenstown. There's very few drivers there, so you'll have little to no luck with getting an Uber from the airport. And also taxis, I believe taxi fares are probably the most expensive. Like even here in Auckland, taxis are expensive, so that could be your last resort. But if you're staying at a hotel or motel, check with them if they have any hotel transportation that they offer themselves.
Yeah, because last time we stayed at the Hilton in Queenstown and they had their own transport.
Yeah.
But that was only to the city.
Yeah,
right?
to the city centre in fact. We went with a company called Super Shuttle, and they were really good. It was about $82 for 5 passengers, which was all of us that went, and we all had one 20 kg chicken baggage each, and yeah, that was around $82 for round trip, so getting picked up from the airport and then going back to the airport at the end of our trip. So I think that's a pretty good price for 5 of us, so we split the cost between all of us, and it was all good.
They even took us directly to our Airbnb. So Airbnb is like actually like a house, it's not a hotel or anything.
So they can drop you off to addresses. If you're not staying at like a hotel or motel, you can put in your Airbnb address. So our experience with Super Shuttle was really good because our flight was delayed by, how long? It was like maybe 30 minutes delayed, I'd say, because we had to, our plane couldn't land when we came to Queenstown, so it had to just kill time up in the air until they had another runway ready for us. And I was worried about our shuttle because I was like, oh, we booked it for this time, hopefully they're still there. And when we got there, they were still there. Like
alright guys, so we've reached Queenstown. Since we've had a bit of a delay, we're going to see if our shuttle's still here, because we gave our shuttle a certain time and we hope he's still here, so we're looking. The shuttle's still sweet. Okay.
Like it was all good because when you book, you put your flight number in and they'll track it, I guess. That's what, so if your flight's delayed, you don't have to worry, they'll still be there.
The next one guys is your passport. If you are traveling domestically, you actually don't need your passport, but we do recommend that you bring your license or some sort of like proper verification of your ID, because we had like a little situation where because remember, me and Connie went with my family, so my sister, her friends were telling her that she needed to take a passport to travel domestically, because they were like saying, oh, it's pretty much like you pretty much are crossing over, blah blah blah. But yeah, we're just telling you guys, if you're also like clueless about it as well, you do not need a passport, but just bring a driver's license at least, like some sort of ID verification.
And if you do have your passport, maybe just take it, just in case, you just never know. Just be careful.
My sister here was like indecisive whether she needs a passport because, or your colleagues
told me they didn't even check any form of ID, to be honest. So.
She was like scared. So if you're traveling domestically, you don't need any sort of passport. I think maybe just a license, just in case.
Okay, so this one is about accommodation. Now we can only speak from our experience. So we'll talk about the first time we visited Queenstown. We stayed at the Hilton, and I would recommend the Hilton. It is a bit further away from the center, but they offer their own transportation, like Carlos mentioned earlier. So you can, and it's for free, so they'll take you into the city center and they'll take you back. You just need a call from your room, let them know you want to ride to town, and then they'll take you.
How cool is that?
Yeah, that's really cool. And they have a beautiful view there. It's right on the, what's the lake called? it's right on Lake Wakatipu. I think that's the lake that's there.
I have no idea.
Yeah, but it's just beautiful, and the room was just nice. Each room has a fireplace, I believe, that you can just set up, and it just keeps it warm and cozy. And their customer service is really good, because when Carlos and I were getting ready to head back to the airport on our flight back here, our taxi just didn't arrive, and the guy at the reception kept asking, did you book a taxi? I was like, yeah, because I booked it, but the guy didn't come, and we were just worried we wouldn't make our flight. And then he just called a taxi on his own. We didn't ask him to, but he did it because he just saw us waiting. That's like really good customer service.
For real. And get this, we thought we were running late, and our plane got delayed about like 7 hours in Queenstown, because it was snowing the first time we went to Queenstown. So, oh my gosh.
Yeah, so we rushed for we could have
like,
stayed in the hotel. But yeah, so that's something good about the Hilton.
Their service is really good. And also we went for my birthday, and they gave us a free wine.
Yeah, and
a bottle of wine.
Macarons, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, so it was free wine and macarons, because I mentioned to them that we're celebrating his birthday, so that was cool. The second time we visited Queenstown, we actually booked an Airbnb, and I think that an Airbnb is the best option and most affordable, especially when you're traveling with more than 2 people. So there was 5 of us, and I felt that, you know, if you book an Airbnb, you can split the cost between all of you, and it makes it just that much more cheaper. Because if all 5 of us were to stay at the Hilton, it would have cost over $1,000 each to stay there, or any hotel in fact. So with the Airbnb we stayed at, it was about 1,000, just a bit over 1,200 total, and we split that between 5 of us, and that saved you heaps of money. Yeah.
Also, coming up from that, like when you go to Queenstown, there's so much like nature and aqua adventures to do. So like I would recommend, if you're not really going to be staying like indoors, then don't really be too fussy with where you stay, because you're gonna be outside most of the time. You know, you're gonna be doing your adventures, you're gonna be like eating out. They got some great food there, and you know, like Airbnb, it was still nice. It was still nice to come back. It was still a nice Airbnb. But you know, like I said, if like, why complain if you're actually gonna be outdoors spending most of your time? Would you rather like pay less and do more outdoors, or pay a lot and then be outdoors, you know, and be outdoors, and all that money is like you spent is you're not even spending time? But if you are staying indoors, then I recommend book a hotel, Hilton. Like, it's amazing, because if you're not doing much outdoors, you've been to Queenstown a lot, then yeah, why not buy a good hotel, you know, rent a good room and stay indoors.
So when booking Airbnb, I think the closer you are to the main part of Queenstown, then obviously the better if it's walking distance, because all the activities are in the main part, so you can just walk there. You don't need to rent a car or pay taxis or worry about your transportation. And
pickup spots are always in this, like the center,
like the
main city, whatever
streets.
it's called.
Yeah,
so walking distance.
From our experience, our Airbnb that we stayed at, it was perfect for us.
Alright team, so we are officially settled into Queenstown. This is me and Courtney's room. Here's a little tour. Got a little TV here. So we got this room with my mom's room here, with a little bathroom. Look how bright this is. Like I want a freaking bathroom like this. Oh my gosh, this sounds broken. Yeah, bathroom. Got the ladies here chilling. We sort of got a like nice view. I like the view. The view is actually nice.
Yeah.
So we'll just cut that part out. Oh, there we go. Got a little kitchen with a washer and dryer. I've never seen a machine that washes and dries. I'm so delayed, but yep.
Yeah, so we stayed at one that had 2 bedrooms and also a pull-out sofa bed. And the view, I think the view from any place in Queenstown, it's gonna be beautiful. But just like Carlos was saying, just don't be fussy with the accommodation you're choosing if you're wanting to invest most of your money into your activity, because at the end of the day, you're just needing a place to sleep. That's that.
Alright guys, for our last thing is Queenstown Expensive. A lot of people always ask, because we're from Auckland. A lot of my Auckland family, they ask like, oh, we think, is it expensive there? Is it like vertebral? Heads up, Queenstown is a bit pricey, but you do get
Your money's worth.
your money's worth for real, like on their food. If you go to the supermarket, we went to the 4 Square supermarket. They didn't really have a countdown. If they did, it was like not walking distance. But Queenstown is expensive, but you can only get things from Queenstown only, so I'm guessing that's why it's expensive, because it's, what do you call it, what's that word, it's like, it's unique, but I forgot the word already, but that's what makes Queenstown unique. They have stores that are only in Queenstown, and it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, it is. So if you're wanting to eat it up and stuff in Queenstown, and you want to buy a lot of like souvenirs and that, you have to save quite a bit, and trust us, the food is worth the money.
We love their food, and at the time me and Courtney went, it was amazing because it was like, it wasn't busy. I'm guessing school still had like what, 2 weeks left of school.
Yeah.
Whether that was primary, college was probably still going for exams, but it was really not packed, and I think we got the best quality of their foods from when the first time we went, because it was so busy. I'm guessing they were probably rushing, burning whatever, or you know, not mixing ingredients properly. But when we went this time, it was definitely not busy. There was no lines outside.
No lines.
You know, everyone's probably heard of the Ferg, but yeah, there was no lines out of the Ferg stores. All the places we went to, it was amazing restaurants.
Yeah. Also, for if you're booking your activities, a site that I usually go on, it's called Book Me. So if you look that up, and it has options of which city you want to go to, so you choose Queenstown and you'll be able to find a few discounts on there compared to like the original price. I would suggest that for some activities, but not all, because majority of the activities are much cheaper when you go directly to the website. So just take that tip into account as well.
Alright guys, that's our tips for Queenstown for this video. Comment down below if you do have any questions. We will reply back in the comments. Alright guys, we hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and join the team CNC. And like me and my baby always say, we'll be back in another video. Peace.